There are two governments occupying the United States of America today. Over the last 70 years since 1933, this New World Order shadow government funded by American tax dollars and illegal drugs and weapons trades has been developed and implemented alongside our normal government, but kept hidden and out of public view by controlled media and their trained assassins. There is an inevitable war waiting between the elected service government and those who will fight to defend it, and the underground joint humanoid reptilian draconian New World Order, if freedom is to be preserved. Over the past 40 years, the New World Order has successfully taken over the elections process to guarantee one of their followers is always elected as president. The American public has been deceived and played as fools by those who wish to destroy them from within. This joint alien-human domination is almost complete. It is this joint alien-human government that has covertly undermined our elections process, lied to the American people, and have served as presidents and many of our congressmen since the 1970s. Secret societies rule our government. Not one president has been elected for the past 30 years that was not a member of the Council of Foreign Relations and Trilateral Commission run by the Illuminati. The insignia of the Trilateral Commission is the same insignia seen on alien aircraft. It is the fascist core of the nation's security agency and Central Intelligence Agency that has been the Illuminati's arm of control and protection here in America. It is this core who protect information about these bases and the alien aspect of the shadow government from being exposed. It is this core that is the direct link, not only to the aliens who direct behind the scenes, but the Vatican itself that sits at the top of it all. Not the Pope himself, but the Black Pope position, the real power in the Vatican, that is hidden behind the White Pope, and is virtually the seat of Lucifer himself. The Draconians, dragons, of which Saturn is, run the Vatican and the Illuminati, and they rule this alien human empire via Lucifer from the Vatican. It is the National Security Agency whose personnel reportedly pilot the black budget unidentified flying objects between the Lunar, Alternative 3, base on Mars and the Dreamland base in Area 51, Nevada. It is the National Security Agency and Defense Intelligence Agency who operate their own UFO fleets in our skies at night, both alongside and in opposition to alien craft. There are many secret underground facilities such as the Los Alamos base that provides an underground garage for the human American U.F.O. fleets located in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Even so, it is the Archuleta Mesa that is considered as the capital of the alien segment of the secret, Bavarian Draconian Illuminati alien, New World Order government in America, while the Denver International Airport is the capital of the human segment of the secret world government. In many underground bases, these aliens and humans work alongside each other. However, the Lord has shown me that these humans who have agreed to work with the aliens have been taken over by them, and are controlled by them. The humans have been possessed by the aliens, and assimilated into the alien collective, that is controlled and manipulated by Lucifer himself. When our government officials first made contact with these aliens, and started signing treaties with them, the process was underway for total Luciferian control of our government through the backdoor shadow government. Our government, naive to the tactics and strategies of the devil, gave him permission to indirectly work through his alien forces to work with our government and military officials, thus unknowingly allowing for the eventual possession and soul scalping of all those who would come in contact with these aliens. Secret societies and occultic groups that have existed since the beginning of time under different names, all established to worship Satan and enslave those involved to Lucifer, have come into almost complete domination in these last days of almost every government in the world. Even at the lower-ranking levels of these societies, the members are required to acknowledge allegiance to Lucifer as the god of light or god of this world, or whatever other deceptive verbiage they are required to recite as an oath, and this is what gives Lucifer's demons and aliens permission to possess and control these humans. The dark side and forces of evil operate on a commission basis. When someone takes an oath to Satan, no matter how deceived they are about the kind of oath they are taking, they are giving him permission to enter, demonize, and possess them. For those involved with the shadow government and secret societies, first they lose their autonomy and individuality as human beings. Then they lose their bodies, and eventually their souls. Many have been soul-scalped and replaced by aliens themselves who now inhabit their bodies permanently. There is evidence of an agreement, called the 100 Treaty, that began in 1933 by Franklin Roosevelt between the aliens and government of the United States. It was shortly after agreements started taking place that the alien infestation of our government and elected officers started taking place. We know there are many underground bases, practically underground cities, that are kept well hidden and out of public view, that sprang up as a result of having alien contact and making treaties with them. These treaties called for joint bases to be built for the exchange of technology with aliens. Our scientists and experts would work side by side with aliens, and taught the new forms of technology that had been agreed upon. For instance, our government allows the aliens to mutilate animals and kidnap humans in exchange for anti-gravity technology, microchips, lasers, free energy and more. In exchange, we agreed to deny their existence, cover up their crashed UFOs, lie about human abductions and animal mutilations, and keep a lid on an alien presence in this country, while these aliens mutilated animals for body parts and abducted humans for experiments. Hybridization, soul scalping, chip implantation, mind control programming, dreamscape manipulation, genetic engineering experiments, crossbreeding, cloning, harvesting for body parts, using humans for food. Meanwhile, our government looks the other way and protects them while they are doing it. And this still happens today. At the same time, while the aliens have been implementing their hideous agenda onto us and worldwide, our shadow government has been taught this same technology and has been implementing it on us themselves, such as chip implantation, mind control programming, dreamscape manipulation, genetic experimenting, super soldier, cloning, and global tracking and control. We have also learned anti-gravity research, and literally have our own UFO fleets that are built underground, tested at Area 51, painted at Area 52 and stored at Las Alamos, among other bases. My information comes from the Most High God himself, who has given me spiritual visions about these bases, along with reports gathered and written by William Cooper, Phil Schneider, Thomas Costello, Brenton, and others who risked their lives to bring information on these underground bases public. William Cooper and Phil Schneider were killed, and Thomas Costello is allegedly dead as well. Many others, such as Brenton, now a good friend of mine, have suffered through attempted assassinations, or are constantly monitored and watched as a result of bringing public awareness to these underground bases. Dulce is a small town with one motel and a gas station, but underneath the surface of the entire area lies a vast complex and network of bases and shuttle systems that crisscross through the entire country. Dulce is the central hub. The Dulce base is more technically known as a biogenetics laboratory, including, but by no means limited to, atomic manipulation, cloning, human psychic research, advanced mind control, animal/human crossbreeding, visual and audio chip implantation, and the abduction and feeding off of humans, including children. The Dulce base was built on top of deep caverns that extend for hundreds of miles underground. The first 3 levels contain government offices and a garage for street maintenance. The base itself is as large as the city of Manhattan. Yes, they have roads and electric vehicles to drive. The second level contains offices and a garage for trains, shuttles, tunnel boring machines and UFO maintenance. The third level is mostly government offices. The fourth level of the Dulce base conducts research and experiments on the human psyche, dream manipulation, hypnosis and telepathy. All aspects of mind control programming take place here as well. Witnesses have described huge vats containing amber liquid with human body parts on the fifth level that are constantly stirred by robotic arm. Rosin rows, thousands of gauges have also been seen holding men, women, and children to be used as food and put into these vats for the aliens. The sixth level is called Nightmare Hall. It contains the genetic labs, and this is where the crossbreeding experiments of humans and animals are conducted. There are multi-armed and multi-legged humans and several cages, and vats of humanoid bat-like creatures up to 7 feet tall, 7-foot humans with wings and bat-like features. On the seventh level are thousands and thousands of humans in cold storage, including children. These last few floors are the ones that the Lord has brought to my particular attention. In their insane desire to have human bodies as their own, aliens have perfected the ability to take a person's soul out of their body and put it elsewhere. This gives them access to a human body devoid of a soul. The body is a shell, a carcass, and they can take over and possess this body and use it for themselves. This is termed as walking in. There are two types of walk-ins. Aliens can walk in and possess a live human body, and/or a dead human, or in this instance, a live human who had their soul removed, and then their body was taken over and walked in by an alien. This is what the Lord has shown me, and this can be verified by others who have leaked out information about these bases. Hundreds of thousands of children and adults disappear every year in this country alone. What technology since the 1950s has been worth over 120 million lives, mostly children, LASIK surgery, laser beams, computers, the microchip, microwave, almost all of our advances in electronics and human chip implantation have come from the aliens. When George Bush Sr. first publicly announced the creation of the New World Order in 1991, he was in effect publicly announcing an alien takeover of our nation, and the replacement of our Republican Constitution with a Luciferian and alien-dominant government. It's time to take our country back. Our presidential election process has been ruled by the Bavarians, humans possessed and controlled by aliens, since Kennedy was assassinated for refusing to go along with them. The controllers of this shadow government are literally feeding off our people. They are working behind the scenes of our elected government to present to the public the lie that we still have an elected government, although they've been controlling the top offices for years through alien-dominated humans. The aliens who stay behind the scenes, known as the controllers, that you don't see, are the ones directing and controlling the underground alien empire we've built for them. They are the ones directing the chip implantation of the entire nation via vaccinations, flu shots, etc. and the infestation and assimilation of aliens into our society as hybrids, soul-scalped humans, and clones. May Jehovah the Most High be exalted, and our nation turn back to him, so he can lead us of the grip and hands of the Bavarians. Thousands and thousands of people are being held captive in cages like animals at the Dulce base. Even more thousands are being kept in cold storage, and even more are trapped in storage boxes with no way out. Dulce base is on our soil. It's time to bring more awareness about what this base is, where it is, and get something done about this huge network of alien underground bases. They must be destroyed. We are at war, folks. If the humans of this country don't stand up against the evil that is dominating us, we will be annihilated by them. It's not if, but when. Aliens are taking over our country, and when the veil is lifted, you will start to see them more and more. Seek the Lord as to what he would have you to do. But most importantly, pray for this nation and for the captives of Dulce base.